Hi everyone, it's Debbie here with a quick tutorial on how to use stories on Instagram. In summary, stories are a great way to get yourself out there, get your brand noticed, and get some more visibility on Instagram. And it's way less, appears way less spammy than if you were to put posts of your brand and things on your actual feed. So here's how to use it and some suggestions as to what to put in your story. So first and foremost, the clue is in the name. It is a story, so it should really be way more about you and your life, but it gives you an opportunity to show yourself using the products and demonstrating the products, other people using them as well. So let's get started. So the first thing to do is you'll see your story either at the top of your newsfeed along with other people's stories at the very top, or if you go to your profile page, there's also an option there, wherever your logo picture is, or your profile picture rather, you can add to your story there as well. So either way, it will do the same thing if you want to add a picture. So we'll just do it from here. And excuse me, the video not looking terribly great, so we're just going to get rid of that for the moment. But you can either add a picture, you can do a video, you can do a live. It works the same way as Facebook stories in that respect. So here's my camera feed. I am going to use a cheeky plug here of Metallica using one of our products. I'm a total rock chick, so I absolutely love the fact that they are rocking our black label. Then from here, once you've picked your photograph, if that's what you choose to do, you can add stickers, which is at the top right, this little square with a face on it. And this lets you add various bits and pieces. You can add a physical sticker if there's something relevant that you want to add, like a love heart or anything that's relevant to whatever you're posting. If it's happy birthday, you can put on one of those. There's quite a lot there. But another good tip to add is some of these at the very top of the list of the stickers. You can put in a location, so if you want to target people in a specific area, either your city or somewhere else in the world particularly that might appreciate the product, you can stick in a location. So you just hit it and then you literally type in the location of where you want. Oh, it helps if I can spell. So I'm in Aberdeen, I'm just going to make that Aberdeen. You can shrink that, you can make it bigger, you can move it about the page. And here it looks like Metallica in Aberdeen, but they're not. You can also click on it to change the colour. There's only limited options, but you can change it to suit yourself. You can also add a temperature if that's relevant. You can add the time. You can put in some hashtags. So let's just click in here. I'm going to go with energy boosting. And pop that down here. And they don't have to be visible necessarily. It just helps if people are looking for a particular hashtag. So it's not so much that you can read it, it's that it's just embedded within your picture. So we'll just change the colour of that one as well. And another good one to add, you can add questions if you want to have people ask you a question, or you can put in a poll if you want to ask people a question and give them a yes or no option to answer. You can also add in a scale slider, which will let you put in a phrase or a question. So you could say, for example, this is an energy boosting product, so I could type in here, how are your energy levels right now, ? And then people would answer by using the slider. They could go right to the top if they've got great energy levels, or keep it down at the bottom if they're not feeling so great. So whatever their response is, that then allows you to interact with them and say, oh, hey, sorry, your energy levels aren't so great, blah, blah, blah. So that's a really handy one to put in as well. So I'm just going to do that right now. How are your energy... Oops, my fingers don't want to work tonight. Oh, doesn't want to let me put in a question mark, but that's okay. You can change the colour of the background, of the font as well, which is quite good. So if you've got a particular theme running through your post, you can keep it the same sort of colour. So I'll go with that one. I'm going to move that up to the top out of the way a bit, shrink that a bit more, move it about, and I'm just going to chuck that. Oh, it doesn't really fit very well in here, to be honest, but I can just pop it anywhere really, it doesn't matter. And you can also doodle with brush strokes if you wanted to draw your own image. You can add text free type text to that. Again, you can change the font, you can change the size of it. So I'm just going to put in here just what the picture actually is. And then sometimes, it can get a bit busy, so you might not want to necessarily put everything in. It's entirely up to you. You can put nothing on the picture. You can overload it with lots of things. So that is entirely your choice. I'm just going to pop that down the bottom, put the energy levels there, make it a little bit bigger. There, I think that's a bit better. Okay, so once you've done that, you can either then save that as well before you post it, which is quite handy if you want to just refer back to it. And then when you click send to at the bottom right here, it lets you send it straight to your story, and you can also send it to individual people if that's what you want to do. But I wouldn't recommend that unless they've asked you for information, because that's a bit spammy. So just click on your story, share, and it comes up at the bottom that it's been done. You click on done to finish, and then that will upload it into your story. You can also add multiple pictures rather than just one. So if we go back to my story, now this will stay for I believe 24 hours, but you can delete it whenever you want after you've posted it. Just with the 3 dots at the bottom right here, you can delete it, or you can share it from there. You can send it to people as well. You can also share it directly to Facebook, and you can add it to your highlights, which comes up on your profile. So we'll just do that, add new highlights, and we'll call it Metallica Black. And then what happens with it from there, if you go to your profile, you see you've got highlights just above where your feed actually starts. I haven't delved into them myself yet, so I will bring you some information on that once I learn more about it. And then what you also need to do when you post stories, and ideally you should do this before you post your own story, but I wanted to show you how to do it first, is you want to go through everybody else's story just by clicking on their buttons at the top, and just having a look through, interact and send messages where you feel appropriate. I wouldn't recommend you do it for everybody, because again, that, Instagram will realise that you're just doing that for everyone, and they'll penalise you for that if you like. So respond to ones that are appropriate to you, that you're genuinely interested in, with genuine comments, not just random comments that don't really make sense to the post. So again, in that respect, it's very similar to Facebook. And you can just click through them one by one, same as Facebook, or you can swipe to the left if somebody has more than one post. You can swipe it onto the next person. Okay, so that's how you would interact. You can, like I say, you can write messages on the post, and you can share the post. Some of them you can share, some you can report if there's a problem, obviously, but some of them you can share on if you think it's useful to someone else. So if you wanted to add multiple pictures, sorry, I was going to show you that as well. So I would have to delete this one first, but when you add that picture, it gives you the option to add multiple. I can do a separate video on that at another time if you can't find it yourselves, or drop me a question if you can't find it and I'll talk you through it. But it's the same process as adding one picture, except you pick a different option to say add multiple. Okay, so hopefully that was fairly straightforward. If you have any questions, please drop me a message. I'd love to hear from you. Have a good weekend. Bye.